Good morning. As you can see, most of the pumpkin vines all the pumpkin vines have come out of the front here. It was the futsus. I got some little cantaloupe and watermelon growing here. I'm gonna let them get as big as they will get. And probably need to spray them with a fungicide because they're not looking all that healthy. Got some zinnias, peppers. That bed right there is where the watermelon and the cantaloupe's coming from. And I've got beans planted in those two beds back there. And my okra, as you can see now, has grown and is blooming. I got some cucumbers over there that I'm hoping and praying the cucumber beetles leave alone so I can actually get a few cucumbers. Got still some more cantaloupes in this bed here, and I think there's one, no, that's not. There's one pumpkin left over here, which is Burgess Butterbush. I can't recommend those. I really can't. The fruit don't get very big. They're vine borer susceptible. I've already had to pull two of the plants out that the vine borers got. Better look around over my head here and see how many bumblebees are in these sunflowers, because I have accidentally bumped my head into them. If you've ever been stung by a bumblebee, it ain't fun. My heirloom tomatoes over here are getting, I guess you'd call it late season blight now. But I'm going to spray them with a liquid copper. If it don't rain today, we've been getting rain off and on for the last few days, and I'm thankful for the rain. Got potatoes coming up here. That's the Sharpo Miras. They may or may not have time to actually make potatoes before we get our first frost, because they're late season potatoes, but we'll see. They were sprouting. So I took them, I pulled out all the peas, but just those few. And of course they're not gonna make enough for you to have enough to eat. I left them in there so they could do their thing with the nitrogen. I'm planning on putting brassicas in the bags that I don't have potatoes in. And it's time to start those brassicas here in the south, if you want to put them in early September or middle of September. I see lots of female blossoms on the pumpkins. I found a lot of fruits already, except for that one pale leaf pumpkin over there, which I have figured out what that one is. I went back and looked at my packages of pumpkin seeds, and that is a Dutch fork pie pumpkin. And from what I've read about it, it gets pretty large. So we'll see. And I'm thinking that light colored leaf there one must be the same thing. Anyway, they have all grown together back here, and they're all machada, so they'll be cross-pollinating. If you save seed, you'll get your own unique cross of all these different pumpkins, which I have done, and it is fun to do. You get a tasty, delicious pumpkin, no matter what it was crossed with. Well, now I don't know about the futsu. I haven't eaten those before. I got some flowers that I put in here, and they've come up. Tiny little boogers. I'm going to be working some aged chicken manure into this bed, because it's going to be one of my brassica beds. And unfortunately, the onions are all going to have to go back here this year, because they were all up here this year, if you remember, in the front. And you want to rotate. You want to rotate where you're planting. Got some bell peppers. I've already pulled one. And some, I believe that to be banana pepper. No, that's the big gems. Can you see these eggs right here? We don't want those eggs. We do not want those eggs on our plants, but they're as hard as a rock. Kind of hard to squish them. But if I dump them out there in the grass where when they hatch out, they have nothing to eat, maybe they'll die. I'm not going to make this a long video. I see I need to tie up that pepper. See if we got any fruits over here on this cucumber. Not a one. Not a one. I don't think I'll plant the national cucumber. National pickling cucumber again. It just puts on so many male flowers before it ever puts on any females. And I probably need to pick these two okras here before they get hard. That one's still soft, so I'll probably leave it. And this pumpkin that ran way out here before it ever put on a pumpkin, I think is my Seminole. But I could be wrong on that too. It could still be a Futsu. It kind of does from here look like a Futsu.